Rumble Strip USA, Off the Interstate, by Gail Hulnick. This is the introduction to one of the books from the Rumble Strip series, copyright 2019. The American road is a thing of myth and metaphor, taking to it, rolling along it, hypnotized by it, tiny, twisty gravel roads through a forest, 2-lane blacktop across a desert, 8-lane monsters funneling millions through a city. Choose your path and go. For many people, that means an interstate highway. The interstate system was created during the 50s and includes long-distance roads like I-90 and I-80, stretching about 3,000 miles east to west and vice versa, and shorter, unexpected routes like I-495 in the District of Columbia, which connects Washington, D.C. with its suburbs in Virginia and Maryland. Interstate highways have many advantages and beneficial features. Generally, you get there faster, higher speeds, more lanes. You get the opportunity to practice your driving skills, negotiate with big trucks, and explore all of the shopping options offered in the roadside rest stops and gas stations. You can even get a shower at the bigger ones. It's less likely you'll get lost and end up in a town where you don't know anybody and you can't find a gas station. And what they don't give is serenity or ample time for observation. By the time your companion finds the words and the pointer finger to show you something, it's gone by. Pull off the interstate and you discover what's really out there. Just like in the silences during a conversation or the pauses in music, there is often more in the in-between than in the words or the notes. Wanderlust, that urge to find out what's beyond the horizon, was not a significant part of my life all along. Other priorities and other people were more important, but I am now in a place, figuratively speaking, where travel can have its day, and travel memoir can be my project. When you write memoir, you explore epiphany. In personal memoir, it's usually an experience or another individual that causes you to change and to come to a realization. In travel memoir, it's a place or a location that causes you to open your eyes and helps you to learn something. It would be back-assward to tell you in the introduction whether I had an epiphany or found a place that was life-changing for me. Oh, I suppose I could, and I'm not intending to play games, but I wrote the introduction first before all of the road trips were finished, and so I'm not done thinking about summing up. I can say at this point that if there is epiphany on these journeys, singular or plural, probably it will be light-hearted, not heavy or intense. Maybe there will be none, but maybe there will be one or more every day. In one sense, life is changing every day if you're in a vehicle on a road and then sleeping in a different bed every night. But in a less literal vein, I don't know whether truly life-changing moments will be part of this experience and this book. I suppose defining one's life as changed can only be done afterwards, right? I do know that every one of these 25 roads was chosen to provoke thought and make a memory. Fun was also on the shopping list. These journeys took place over 4 years and multiple visits to 25 of the United States. Some were on well-serviced, well-known secondary highways, and some were on remote and much less popular byways. I looked for glimpses of history, views of everyday life, and panoramas that you couldn't find anywhere else. I also kept my nose to the ground for a sampling of regional cooking or a good story. My traveling companion every time was the Zig, the otherwise nameless friend with the extreme driving skills and the subterranean stress level. His familiarity with America far surpasses mine, and he had many outstanding suggestions for turns to take and stops to make. His nickname is a variation on the name of a fictitious character from a British TV show, although I also think of it as half of the formula for our driving adventures. I have been living in the U.S. for 4 years now. As a transplant from Canada, I found many of the customs and ideas familiar, obvious, and easy to adapt to, and many others not so much. Even though the pressure to comment is certainly there, I will be giving politics the mile-wide detour and 10-foot pole they deserve in a travel memoir like this, intended to be as light-hearted as the frame of mind I cultivate. I don't feel I've yet earned the right to pass judgment or offer political opinions about places I'm passing through. I'll let you know when I'm ready. In the meantime, let's have fun. Enjoy the thing cover to cover, armchair traveler style if you like, or sample just the region or state you happen to be passing through yourself. Mostly, the car on these trips was my red BMW 3 Series convertible, although there were various rental vehicles in action a few times. The photographs are all mine. You might know that this is the second in the Rumble Strip series. The Rumble Strip title is a reference to the line of grooves cut into pavement to make sleepy or distracted drivers smarten up and pay attention as they drift toward the shoulder of the road, or perhaps toward a cliff that will toss them off toward a hideous death. The first book was a cross-country road trip on the Trans-Canada in honor of that country's 150th birthday. One of the best parts of doing the first one was compiling a music playlist for readers to use while daydreaming or actually traveling. I supplied the titles, singers, bands, and writers behind 150 Canadian tunes and put it up on the online music sharing site Spotify. At the end of this book, you'll find songs for you to use as companions during your exploration of each of the 25 states featured in Rumble Strip USA Off the Interstate. Yes, I know there are 50, and we still have some more driving to do. Actually, not that much driving, just a lot of writing. I have been to 49 of the 50 states. The quirkiest part of the numbers is that the 49th one I saw after this whole project began in 2014 was Alaska, the 49th one to join the United States in 1959, although the U.S. bought it in 1867 from Russia for $7,200,000. The book is organized alphabetically, beginning with Alabama and ending with Washington. It covers road trips in precisely half of the United States, with a toe dipped in the water of every region. The exploration began in 2014, but most of the drives took place in 2017 and 2018. Oh, which one is still missing? It's a trip to Nebraska that is still on the horizon rather than in the bag. So buckle up, pull out whichever road snacks you like, and put it in gear. You see that next exit sign on the interstate? We're pulling off to explore some side roads. Table of contents. Chapter 1, Alabama. Chapter 2, Alaska. Chapter 3, Arizona. Chapter 4, California. Chapter 5, Connecticut. Chapter 6, Florida. Chapter 7, Georgia. Chapter 8, Idaho. Chapter 9, Indiana. Chapter 10, Kentucky. Chapter 11, Louisiana. Chapter 12, Maine. Photo section. Chapter 13, Massachusetts. Chapter 14, Mississippi. Chapter 15, New Hampshire. Chapter 16, New Mexico. Chapter 17, New York. Chapter 18, Ohio. Chapter 19, Rhode Island. Chapter 20, South Carolina. Chapter 21, Tennessee. Chapter 22, Texas. Chapter 23, Vermont. Chapter 24, Virginia. Chapter 25, Washington. Playlist. My top 10 U.S. drives. Thank you for listening to the introduction to the book Rumble Strip USA Off the Interstate.